Today I want to talk a little more about RWNJ Funding. I have mentioned it briefly. I do have a fundraiser there, but I want to tell you a little bit more about it. So I'm wearing my smart glasses and my cute little throwback to the 50s shirt because I want to be taken seriously. And so when you wear glasses like this, it sends a message that you're smart and intelligent. That's why all the people on MSNBC try to wear these, because they're trying to hide the fact that they're really not smart and intelligent. Just kidding. I don't really care. These are cute though. I like them, but I don't need them. So I'm not really serious. So I'm just going to wear these for now because this is more me. So you gotta accept me for who I am, people. Alright? So anyway, RWNJ Funding. It is a conservative-based fundraising, crowdsourcing fundraising site. And I had a wonderful meeting with the owner, Gordon Kushner, and I had fried pickles and 2 Washington apple martinis, and he had, I think it was a buffalo chicken wrap, I think that's right, and dirty martinis. So we had a nice time at the pub over there in Talamenson, where I got to learn a little more about Gordon and why he, and a little bit about the name, because, you know, people are a bit like GoFundMe, Indiegogo, Kickstarter. Just kind of rolls off the tongue. People understand what that's about. RWNJ Funding, it's a little like, ugh, what's the RWNJ Funding? A little confusing. However, Gordon has a great sense of humor, and the people he surrounds himself with from like the Twitter social scene, they're all like big 1210 radio listeners. I just really started listening to 1210 like a year or 2 ago. Catch it when I can, you know, but they are dedicated freaking listeners, let me tell you what. Knowledgeable about the past, and like all the DJs or the radio hosts or talk radio or whatever you call them, they just have so much information. It's fascinating. So anyway, and they're good. I'm going to take these off because it's getting annoying. Great sense of humor. So, and this is where RWNJ, the name comes from, because if you're conservative, the very tolerant left, of course they like to call you wacko birds or extremists or, ignorant. I mean, they say you rant. I mean, there's a lot of words that they use. And you can always tell right away if they're a liberal by how they're, instead of engaging with you and talking intelligently, they will call you names. So, and I have called people names too, but only if they call me names first. But anyway, so RWNJ Funding means right-wing nut job, right? So it's humorous. People who listen, you have to have a sense of humor. You have to have wit. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great that it's called that, and love it. So anyhow, so Gordon got the idea for a conservative GoFundMe when, you know, GoFundMe, which if you are a believer in business, generally conservatives say, hey, you have the right to say, I don't want to have you as a customer. I don't want to sell this. If I don't like something, I have the right as a business person to say no. So GoFundMe has that right to say no, but they say no to things like like raising money for a cop who has been falsely accused of something, raising money for his defense. They won't allow, it's ironic that they shut down GoFundMes for pizza companies and bakers who didn't want to, because of their faith, didn't want to sell to people who it was against their religion. And so GoFundMe shut that down, which is kind of ironic that it's okay for them to shut people down, but a business can't choose to who to sell to and not to sell to. So it's very hypocritical, and I effing hate hypocrites. So they have that right, though. However, Gordon said, you know what? I would love to see a fundraising company that you can raise money for cops who have been falsely accused. If you want to get an abortion, that's not in our values. So no, I won't allow that to happen. So it's just an alternative, which I think is great. This is what our country is about, is alternatives. And right now, the tech world is just all liberal. Facebook, Twitter, I mean, the voices there, because they really have nothing better to do. Conservatives are out working during the day. They're with their family. They're taking their kids to soccer practice and baseball. So it's the very few people. That is why it's overwhelmingly liberal. But unfortunately, what I worry about is, you know, and so many times I've said, I want to walk away from social media. It's driving me crazy. But listen, people, the young kids growing up who are on the Twitter and on the Facebook, they are only hearing basically one side. That's why I think it's so important that we stay on social media, even if we're fed up with it. And that's why I think it's important that people like Gordon start RWNJ Funding like businesses. So there is a conservative. There is an alternative. I want to see him succeed for what this means as a country. You know, alternatives, opportunity, taking advantage where there isn't something, there's a need and he's fulfilling it. So this is what America was built on. And I think it's wonderful. I think he's got moxie. I hope he sticks it out. And I hope people take advantage. I know as conservatives, people, one kind of good and bad thing, it's yin and yang, people are afraid to take that chance. I would have been afraid because if I didn't know him, I don't know that I would have tried it. And I've tried just about everything in my life. So I think I'm encouraging people. I know him personally. Great guy, family guy, wonderful kids. Great story, adoption story that maybe I'll tell later about. He gave a child up for a daughter up for adoption, and then ended up finding her because of Facebook, and now they've got a great relationship. So that's a wonderful thing. So, okay, oh my gosh, 8 minutes in, I'm so sorry. So RWNJ Funding, I have a fundraiser right now to raise money for the honor flight, to send World War II veterans on an honor flight to Washington. Even if you don't send money or help me out with money, please check out honorflight.org. Wonderful organization. Rent the DVD, the movie about honor flight. It'll make you cry, but it's so inspiring also. So that's all I have. You can trust RWNJ Funding. If not, I will go for a year without bacon. That's a big thing. Alright, so give it a look, RWNJ Funding, and if you have any questions, Gordon is very receptive and will answer you back right away. I hope this is something, as conservatives, we can stand behind. Give it a try. You have nothing to lose. There's nothing for you to lose at all. Try to raise money for your church. Try to raise money for your kids' soccer. Oh, really quick, I want to say this. Okay, so recently, unfortunately, another cop was killed, and the guy who, I gotta get his picture up here, I'm so sorry, accused of killing Officer Bolton, his sister put up a GoFundMe for this piece of shit. I'm not even going to mention his name. I don't know if you can see that, but what a piece of shit. So GoFundMe allows for criminals to raise money, but God forbid that somebody should raise money for a cop who's wrongly accused of something. Alright, so that's what really pisses me off, and that is one reason I am so glad that RWNJ Funding exists. So consider that before you consider GoFundMe if you're conservative or libertarian. Alright, so that's it. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Remember, excuses won't. Moxie will.